The ocean's deep blue. It's spooky season. So we're looking spooky tonight. Tell me how you like it in the comments. Um, okay. This is The Ocean's Deep Blue, where we do the deepest woo and also have some fun. We talk about all kinds of things that make you go, huh? But mostly phenomena and um, what we're seeing in the world right now as how that relates to the phenomena. And I'm here with my sweet little co-pilot, Kitty Cat. Whoops, let me get that out of the shot here. There we go. Who's showing you his best side? He's showing off his two little spots there that turn into different shapes, don't you? Sometimes they turn into hearts. Anyway, this is my Lyran co-pilot here. And he will be purring and rolling over and being cute during the show. So that, get a little bit of side entertainment here. He's my good little boy. He's a sweet boy. No, y'all are fans. Okay, so it's been kind of rough times living in the USA, UFO, UAP. What the heck is going on? They're taking over my tongue. Okay, so as some of you know, I'm not just an abductee. I'm the president of the abductee. No, I'm the president. I'm not even the president of the Abductees Club. I am now a contactee. That means I have been contacted. And there was a whole ritual about that surprised the heck out of me. I was told in my meditation, in my meditations, that if I saw a craft, I would know I was contacted. That was going to be their verification. And then I had some electrical phenomena at my place right before I had a craft show up outside my window. So I have definitely been contacted. I even had a witness to that object and a picture. So I wish I could have gotten a video, but it didn't last long enough. It just vanished. I mean, seriously, just vanished. I don't know what that is. Now, what is that? Okay, something's playing with the wavelengths, because the lighting is not changing in here. I have the red light on right now. It's red light therapy and also spooky for Halloween. But if you see a flash of some other color like that, no, it's not me doing it. It's not me doing it. So I don't know what it is. Happy Monday, Kitty. Hey, did you know I guess some of you don't know this about me, but I've had the Epstein-Barr virus since I was in college. And it gives me the chronic fatigue, which means I can fall asleep at the drop of a hat for most of my life now. It comes and it goes. And I've been having a lot of that lately. It mostly happens when I'm pushing myself, and I am pushing myself right now because I got all kinds of things that I have to do to keep the ship on an even keel. Right now, it's that season. So, good to see you, Mr. Mission, and it's good to see you, Kitty. And hi, Mercedes, how are you doing? Um, I still want to try and keep up my end of the bargain here, doing what I do spiritually. As some of you already know who have been here a while, I am a shamanic medium and have a lot of skills. I speak light language. I can do some remote viewing, and um, I can do readings, and I sing. So and I have a little Lyran Copilot here. We run on purrs. I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he has a really loud purr. This is my little co-perlet. Okay. And your chat is so small on my phone, because I'm on my phone doing this. I'm going to go on my other device so I can see what the heck you're saying. Hopefully. If my other device works. Yes, Mr. Cowboy is here. So, yeah, I'm a contactee, not just an abductee. I was abducted many times as a younger person, and so was my father. And I suspect my mother too, but I know my father was. Both of us had problems with the nosebleeds that you get from having trackers installed in your nasal cavity. And sometimes they're not very gentle. They'll just leave you to kind of bleed out. If you don't wake up in time, yeah, you'd come and you'd have it's really gross, but you'd have a pillow full of blood. Anyway, yeah, they weren't very gentle. I'm sorry. I've forgiven them. I've forgiven the Grays, but I don't want to deal with them ever. I'm sorry. Unless they've got some way to make up for that, because they have screwed a lot of people up. Imagine what our lives would be like if we didn't have the madness that created in many of our lives. And I mean, seriously, people don't believe you. You end up being not believed. It's not like you're getting paid or anything. You don't even get the love and attention. Some people think, oh, you're just doing that for attention. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Most of us who have been abducted would not be doing that for attention, because the attention you get is negative, dude. And I mean, okay, internet's running really slow tonight. Says there's 11 of you watching. Hi, Void. Am I a professor? Not exactly. What makes you think so? Not a professor. Oh, you teach mathematics. Okay. No, I am a person who... well, 5 plus 6 is 11, and then 3 is 14, I would hope. Is it 7? Why is it 7? Oh, divided. God, I can't read. Oh. I can't read. It's too small to read. I don't know. Don't ask me math questions. I'm a right-brainer. Actually. Yeah. Listen to Kitty. Yeah, that is a divided by. Okay, that's divided sign. Okay, don't ask things like that. What? Okay. Oh yeah, symbols priority. Yeah, I don't do math much. That is not my specialty. I'm a right brainer, mostly. So, you know, you might as well ask me the airspeed velocity of a laden swallow. Couldn't tell you. But, well, I can do numbers good enough that I can get through a store, you know, and know that I'm going to be able to pay when I get there. Look at the lights. My world is so entirely different than most people. Where's the green light coming from? Where's that? That right there, yeah. There is no shifting light here. That is just simply a red light. That right there is a red light. But this kind of phenomena happens on my show. Oh, and now it's coming in, not just flashing, but all the way. That's the kind of thing that I'm good at. I leave the other stuff to other people. So, no, let's see. No. Nope. And now I'm going to hold my it's black. I have weird shit happen on the show all the time. It's just the way it is. Let's see if that does anything. No. No. I don't know why it does that. I give up. You're from Ohio. I'm from Ohio. Void. So you teach mathematics. That's really important to you. And mathematics to me is something something near the light source blinking. Nothing. No. No. There goes again. Weird light effects. This we have on my show. At one time I was starting to turn into white light and disappear. And everybody saw it. Don't ask me why this happens. I think maybe I have things around me that do that. Beings around me, we don't see. Okay, I'm just going to say, we only see in a very narrow wavelength. We only hear, we only perceive things in a narrow wavelength with our 5 senses. And sometimes our five senses block out as much, or maybe even more, than they let in. And that is really part of the premise of this channel, is to go beyond our narrow five senses, that very, very narrow bandwidth that we're used to functioning within. If we can expand that, we can learn so much more. And I have expanded mine, but I have also been fighting with, I shouldn't say fighting, I've been dealing with and dealing with some things since I was younger. All kinds of, shall I say, tests, spiritual challenges, health challenges, and I have gotten through most of them. So I've learned a lot. See, mathematics can also be spiritual. Oh, I know that, but that's just not my field. Oh, you're scared? That's not. I know. I got it on. Health is yeah, it's red light therapy for Halloween. There's that hooker. Hook. How you doing? I guess we disappointed Void, so Void probably has gone on. I'm not going to be doing mathematics. I'll leave that to you, Kitty. Okay? I look like Pele. You mean the volcano goddess? Fortunately, I'm in a good mood. Oh, he's still there, or she. Are you a he or she, Void? Okay. Let's see, 20 divided by 2 is 10. 45 minus 10 is 30. I'll go for it. What the heck, I'll try that. See if I can get it right, although I don't really do math. Yeah, 20 divided by 2 is 10. 45 minus 10 is 35. And 3 times 30, I do it the old school way. It's 90, and then 3 times 5 is 15. So when I'm at the store, when I'm trying to add things up, that'd be, okay, so 90, 10, 15, 105, and then times 2, 210. I don't know, probably wrong. Oh, no, I'm right that time. 210. Yeah, lots of chemtrailing. Not over my area, though, because I tell it to get going. See, it's so small I can't tell. But I got it right that time. I don't know. Void is here, and Void is a mathematics instructor, professor. So, yeah, half of my problem is being able to read it. Now, look. Okay, so you're solving it entirely a different way. That's okay, too. Do you know there's lots and lots of ways to solve a problem? Many ways. And they do it different in different countries than we do it here. So, I do it a very simple way because what I'm I will tell you right now, I have fibromyalgia. It gives me brain fog. On the other hand, I have some abilities that other people don't have. Like I can hear star beings, and I can just know things in advance, and uh, um, I can sing like nobody's business. So I have other skills, you know. It's like we have different skills. I used to be when I was in college, and I did go to college, but I went there for clothing and textiles with a fashion. I was like a fashion and communication option. So, and I got partway through broadcasting school. I wanted to be a VJ, and now all I got is Nina Cherry's hairdo out of that. But most of you probably don't remember who Nina Cherry is. But she was MTV in the early days when it was free and fun and it was all music and nothing else. No commercials. That was back in the heyday, back in the good days. Yes. So anyway, um, so I actually have a picture of what was outside my window. It was definitely not a bug. It was definitely not um, anything. It was something that just vanished. It didn't move off. It didn't fly away. It just vanished. Period. Both of us saw it, and I'm glad I had a witness. But I was told in my meditation that if you see a craft, you've been contacted. This makes me a contactee, not just an abductee. And how I knew I was an abductee, that took a lot longer to figure out, okay? What was going on with that? That was real strange. And really grueling for a long, long time. Wow, there's that light again. Hi there. Now, if that is a spirit, and probably is, hi there. How you doing? Somebody on a different wavelength. You see, once again, we see in a very, very narrow band. I cannot see with my regular eyes what is causing that. Sometimes I can see, though, with the third eye, which is actually the pineal gland, which is a small organ, vaguely, well, roughly pine cone shaped in the center of your brain, containing crystals. It helps to keep that sucker clean if you want to see this stuff. But let's see if I can see who this is. It's just right now I'm just seeing a floating shape over. This would be my left side. Would it be the same thing on the camera? Yeah, it would, because I don't have my camera reversed. It would be so, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, there are beings that kind of float around in here, and sometimes they talk to me. All I saw was vaguely person shaped, looked like it had wings or something like that. It looked like they had wings. Sorry, I don't want to insult anybody. Whoever you are, hi and welcome. I only allow good things in here. Anything else is not welcome. You must leave. Anything that's not good, not light, and bent on destruction, you must not come in here ever. I have the whole place gridded. Actually, since I gridded my place, I haven't really had any trouble. But I mostly don't have trouble anymore. I have gotten to the point where if you raise your frequency, you go out of the vibratory frequency of most things that would give you trouble. So I very much always tell people to work on raising your frequency above all, because if you can do that, you can slip right out from under the energies that might be trying to oppress you. We can't see them all. See, that's it. Humans being that, having that kind of a limitation is kind of unfair. It's very unfair, actually. This is how a lot of people get into trouble, is they can't see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Do I look scary? Am I a musician? Yes, I sure am. I play guitar and drums. I do look scary. Cool. Hi, Elderberry. You got through pre-calc? Wow. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a universal language. You can explain love with mathematics. I know some people can. I'm not discounting that it's important. I'm just saying that it's not my field. But then again, do you play anything? Do you play an instrument? You could get the formulas by hand, but had a broken calculator and he couldn't get it. He still failed you. Oh. You created 3 lives. You're a genius. Created 3 lives? Oh, you mean like live streams, or what are you talking about, honey? Am I? Let me see. Oh, what am I today? Oh, okay. I'm having trouble. No, it's not satanic. It's actually red light therapy. I'm just putting it on for Halloween. Yeah. Yep, it's Halloween season. Hi. Hello, Woo Riders. I just decided to put it on. It's actually my therapy light. Y'all thought it was satanic. I thought you'd know me better by now. Kind of disappointing me, folks. By the way, if you don't know, quite possibly some of you have been knocked off my Patreon. It looks like payment declined or something. You might want to check if you actually are trying to support me. Some of you are not on my Patreon anymore. And if you're not because you just can't be or you don't want to, that's one thing, but some people just don't know when it's doing weird things. Okay. So you might want to check through that and see if you're still on, because I noticed that a lot of people have either payment declined or something. I have a lot of new free members, though, which thank you for joining. And by the way, to my Patreons who are contributing monthly, thank you very much. Love you. You really are making me feel like I'm appreciated and loved. So I hope you feel that way. Why is it satanic? It's your base chakra color. You know, red is the base chakra color. And I think a lot of us were so in our upper, how do I say this? We're so in our upper chakras that we forget our material stuff. We need our lower three chakras too to be functioning, which is why I think the red light is helpful. Thank you, Kitty. But I think you're one of the people who aren't on the Patreon anymore. Or maybe you are, I don't know. I can only send notices to people who have paid or have paid in the past. They won't let me send to the freebie ones, unfortunately, or I'd just send it off to everybody. Okay. Actually, it's good therapy, red for sex and excitement, and gold for warmth. Yeah, it's not meant to be satanic. I just thought maybe it might be something fun for Halloween. If you want me to go back to regular lighting, I'll do that. Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to just go back to regular lighting? I am, though, feeling kind of good from having this red light on me. Might help me get through the show. Maybe I can have both. Let me go turn on the... Here in the meantime, go watch Cowboy. There you go. Cowcat cam. I'm going to see if I can reach the light without collapsing anything here. Go to the light! I don't want people to think I've gone satanic and satanic. Okay. There, maybe we can just have both of them. What do you think of that, my friends? I'm wearing the hair that you said you liked. Said you liked it, so here you said it fit my personality. So here it is. I'm wearing it just for you. Yeah, gray is not good, and gray is the color of the ETs that abduct us. Nasty. Yeah. The CFS and the CRS. Can't remember shit. Anyway, yeah. So I keep forgetting to use it, so I thought, what the heck, it's Halloween. I'll use it tonight as part of the show. So, I'm so glad to be in this timeline where we're not in apocalypse. I know that some people are thinking we are. about to enter some kind of apocalypse. I don't think so. Unless apocalypse means, yeah, things are changing. Oh, you're back. Hello, Boyd, again. Welcome. So, tonight I didn't have any particular plan. As often I don't, because most of the time when I have some kind of a particular plan, it gets side railed anyway by what my guidance wants to do. So, but I do have my cards with me. So, if you want me to pull some cards, what do you want to do tonight? Do you want to do some singing? Do you want to do some cards? Do you just want to chat? I went to a chat. It was very interesting. I went to a chat that was I didn't stay very long. The whole conversation seemed to be about farting and queefing. It just wasn't my speed somehow. Imagine that. But yeah, it just wasn't really quite my speed. So I backed out of that one. Oh my goodness, is that your only... This is the way Void... This is Void's love language, is mathematics. Rats. No, that's another band. Yeah, I do music. I do. And I'm a singer. I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. And I've played with various people. I've sat in with various bands. I was a street musician for a while too, and I've done a lot of things in my life. I've done a lot of crazy shit, okay, too. But it's all kind of been culminating in what I am now. And somehow, after all this learning, I have got something to show for it, and really more than I have to show for my college education. Because the college education, when I got out of college, there weren't any jobs in my field open. So, there was a lot of drifting around for a while. The job market was really depressed back then. It was late 70s, no, wait a minute, we're talking college here. Late 70s is when I graduated high school. That would be in the 80s. We had a real dry spell in the 80s as far as being able to get decent jobs. And back then, I was still an undercoordinated person. I couldn't even... I couldn't even work fast food right because I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't a fast food girl. But that was pretty much all that was open for us as starter positions at that time. Jeez. That was kind of rough days. Anyway, enough about my past. So, I'm dating myself, and in some states that's illegal. Because I'm very closely related to myself. Or so I hear. We could do a DNA test just to make sure. And Cowboy is just like passed out. But I no, you're not. You're wide awake and you want a belly rub. You demand the belly rubs. Yes. Furry overlord demanding belly rubs. Because you love my mathematics. Okay. Well, we'll try. I mean, even though it's not my field, I will try. Yeah, Led Zeppelin. Card opener. I don't know what card opener means. You mean like a reader? Yeah. Yeah, you want me to read you some cards? I'll even give you some of my authentic intuition along with it for free. Okay. Let me put this stuff away. I've got inspection tomorrow. That always stresses me out. We have inspections around here just all the time. And it stresses me out. I don't know why. My place isn't really bad. It's not perfect, though. And there is a part of me that wants perfect. But we don't live anywhere near perfect like the commercial, right? Okay, so if I'm going to do cards, I'm going to have to redo a couple things here to make room so you can see them better. I'm hoping that the red light helps me stay awake. I have been having my bouts of sleepiness, unfortunately. And as some of you know, that's the leftovers of that Epstein Barr that I got way back, and I've been dealing with it all my life, pretty much all my life. So it's nothing new. It's just annoying, and it will really slow you down a whole lot. Try and get some of this stuff out of the way so as I can. Oh gosh, some of this you're just going to have to see. Okay. We'll put this little pink circle down. That'll be the landing pad for the card. Anyway. This is the Earth Magic deck, and I'd always wanted this deck for a long, long time. And somebody just that doesn't even get their cards read or anything just came in and laid it on me. Just gave it to me. So some of these manifestations take a while to show up, right? Have you ever had that? Tell me about it. Have you ever had it to where you had a manifestation from 20 years back? You asked for something 20 years ago, and it only just recently hit you. I had that. I actually saw, and it was the same exact one. In a furniture store, I saw a statue I wanted and I couldn't afford. And this was back in my 20s. But it was marked down, and I thought I would try to save up and get it. It had a break that was repaired, and that's why it was marked down a little bit. And I thought, oh, it was so cool. It was a cheetah. And So I decided I wanted that thing. Guess what? I found it at a thrift shop. The very one. Yes, and I could tell because it had a crack in the same place. That was years ago. That was like 50 years. It took 50 years for that manifestation. Just to let you see what this is like. It's like, just because you didn't get it doesn't mean it's never going to come. But, of course, who has 50 years to wait, right? It's just weird. I mean, I've had so many other things. Like I wanted a Chinese table. I've got one now. And it just sort of showed up out of nowhere. Weird. Just sort of came to me. Just like a little cowboy. I wanted a special little kitty. And he's got a butterfly on his forehead to mark him as a special kitty. Don't you? Yeah. The butterfly is a symbol of transformation. Okay, who wants to be the first victim? I mean, subject. I mean, recipient of a reading. Okay. You wanted to be a kitty cat. Oh, your name is Cat with a H? Yeah, true. Oh, that's cool, Lewis. Okay. So, we'll do Void first because Void seems to be really needing a card reading. Been a weird month. Damn straight it has been. It's going to be weirder. Just watch. It gets weirder, folks. What I'm seeing is, remember I told you, fall in the fall? Things are falling. Things are falling. Okay. Void. This card is for you. We'll shuffle until something stands out. That one right there. The Stone People, Vigilance. Interesting. This is a new deck. So I'm going to go to the Stone People. We have a few. Let's see, Stone People is... Oh, yes. This makes you look up first. The name, Stone People. Okay, Stone People are on 131. Vigilance. These Stone People stand in their ever-present vigil along the shores of an ocean whose tide has receded, leaving the remnants. Ooh, I see. Mud fossils. I just put that together. The Stone People are actually mud fossils. That's why they call them the Stone People. Oh my God, how could I not have seen that before? The Stone People stand in their ever-present vigil along the shores of an ocean whose tide has receded, leaving the remnants of water upon which we see them reflected. The sky, a soft and mobile backdrop for these solid beings, suggests peace and calm. They exude power, only moved and shaped by other earth elements, such as the sea, wind, and earth herself when she rumbles her belly. With practice, we can not only emulate these stone people, but also respect their ancientness and relative absoluteness of strength. They stand tall, bearing the ragged lines where these other earth elements have carved their impression on these otherwise seemingly immobile fortresses. Long past when we have left the earth for the world of spirit, these ancient beings will remain witness to all that transpires before their bodies. Remain vigilant at this time. This is the advice. Remain vigilant at this time, but not out of fear. Vigilance simply means opening up your mind and senses to information as it is presented to you through your eyes, ears, physical sensations, and detached thoughts. It is especially true in two main areas. First, follow any gut feelings that tell you to be wary about someone or something. Second, pay close attention to an important opportunity that presents itself, one that may enhance your life and the lives of others. Maintain your vigilance of the clues around you and inside you. Access what is emanating from your body, and then sort out any conditioned responses from what is purely instinctual. Examine the situation with heart, intuition, and mind in harmony, for this is how vigilance serves you. Detach, take a breath, and stand tall in your stature. Does that help you? I hope so. Vigilance just says pay attention to the messages you're getting. And you know, as far as stone people, your pineal gland, I was just talking about it, it's lined with crystals. So pay attention to your third eye as well. Okay. And that picture is like right here. Oh my God. That is definitely a lizard person. Right there. Or was. That's the biology of that card. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure Roger would agree. Okay. How bizarre. So, cat. Interesting. You will do verifications with mathematics. Okay. Are you good with numerology? It seems like, as far as metaphysics, numerology might be right up your line. Numerology would be something you could probably do very easily. Okay, Elderberry wants one. Because it's been a weird month, you're going to need a lot more than cards. You're going to need a lot more than one card, that's for sure. I see it being real weird. It's just going to get weirder this year. Okay, this is for Elderberry. Elderberry. Okay, Elderberry, nothing is, the cards aren't popping out, so wait. There it is. Lake, stillness. Okay, here's your card. Stillness. You got a beautiful picture of a lake. Nice still lake. Stillness, the subdued pastels of the early morning light quietly announce that the night is over and the sun is rising. The lake itself hasn't awakened from its rest and remains still and undisturbed. It welcomes the coming day, ready to respond with grace and fluidity to whatever currents and movements appear in its belly or upon its skin. The surrounding vegetation thrives from the abundant water near the shoreline, and the unoccupied boat lies in wait for its next passenger. All is at rest in this scene. It's in the deep internal stillness that we find our being and come to know that we are ultimately united with all of creation. To achieve this mindset, we must slow down once in a while and get away from the surroundings that interfere and distract our inner tranquility. When we do so, this profound stillness is available at all times, regardless of the environment. We can experience this sensation with steady, conscious breathing, or we can simply pause for a few moments and be still. The tempo, here's the advice, tempo of life has sped up considerably, and there seems to be no end to the quickening pace. Immersed as we are in the technological whirlpool, there seems no escape. However, there's no need to be a prisoner to the hurry-up syndrome, nor is there a need to feel trapped by the awareness of the collective intensities that massive numbers of humans are experiencing these days. No matter if the noise is from your environment or your seemingly nonstop thinking, it is critical for you to seek stillness. That's easy for me to say. And find it in your world, whether it is a special place in your home or a place in nature that is far from the human-made noise. Of particular importance is finding it inside yourself, which can be made easier by being in a quiet place in a natural setting. Doing so not only relaxes your mind, but also heightens your awareness and senses. And here's something that comes to me is a lot of people don't even think of this. But you know, it was in the Bible, when be still and know that I'm God. I am God. So are you. I am God. Be still and know that I am God. And I say, I am God. And so are you. Because there is only one. Now, I'm Unity Church, so Unity believes there's really only one power and everything else is just an emanation or reflection of some part of that singular power. So, there aren't really the ones that really scare me are the ones that give the negative force as much power or more. Those people scare me a little bit. Not so much anymore. Actually, I'm not scared of that much anymore. Yeah, come to think of it, I don't scare that easy anymore. I've seen too much, and I've dealt with too much. Anyway, who else? Did that help you out? Let's see, did Wagon come in? How you doing? Love you. Aw. You know, I've missed you. Where have you been? Where have you been, Wagon? But good night. Hello, Daddy. Well, hello, Daddy. Mr. Cake. Mr. Sweet Cakes is doing his impersonation of a impersonation of a fluffy marshmallow belly. Of a fluffy marshmallow. He's doing his impression of a fluffy marshmallow with a floofy white belly. Aw. You wanting some love, huh? Do you know that there's a lot of people right here and they love you? There's people looking at you right now and saying, you know what, we love that old kitty. My gosh, it's getting really warm in here. You know, it's getting cold outside. It's getting warmer in here. I think my neighbors are turning on their heat. And it's too warm for me in here. And it might be the red light that's heating me up too. So, anyway. We in the red light district? Ah! I'm going to cover my forehead with my bangs. I don't want to blind anybody. Dolly, Lewis, Elderberry, F. Kitty. Loving the godly hair. Thank you. I felt presents coming from the Labubu dolls at the mall. Ooh, I don't have anything to do with that. Before going to the haunted trail at an abandoned theme park. Well, abandoned theme parks are scary in themselves. Thank you, Elderberry. Yeah, I think if it's been a weird month, that's probably a real good card. Intent is everything. Yeah, Labubu dolls were made with ill intent, and so, yeah. You're welcome. It's chilly night in Florida. I don't know what it is. It's been mostly in the 60s. Actually, for me, it's perfect weather. Mid to upper 60s. I'm fine with it. I feel great in it. Tomorrow, I'm going to wait for the inspection. After the inspection, I'm going to go out and just chill. So, anybody else wanted a card? And once again, if you wanted to help me out with a like, share, subscribe, invite other people into our creative mayhem, and join me on my Patreon if you want to help support me. You can be there for free or even as low as $1. I'm a cheap date, I guess. So, you have a movie screen for it? Yeah. His 70 degrees are wearing puffy jackets. That's funny. Okay. You have to be up at 3:30. Oh, good Lord, good heavens, girl. Oh. Okay, Lewis and Kitty. I'm not going to be on that long, I don't think, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. Whoa! Okay. Lewis, stone people again. We just read that. You need to find some stillness. We just read it, Lewis. If you were here when we read it, you've already heard it. It's about finding this stillness, even in the midst of all kinds of things going on. I've had to learn this myself because, I realized after hanging around with somebody who couldn't tune things out that I can tune things out. I am able to tune out the chaos and kind of go within myself and find stillness there, which is a real gift sometimes. So, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God, and so are you. Kitty, Ms. Cat. That's a great name, though. You wanted to be a cat, you are one in my story. But you can't. Remember, you can't sue me. You are the proprietor of a bookstore. You're thrown as a stack of detective novels. Okay. This is for F. Kitty. 'Cause you gotta have faith. I named the chapter, You Gotta Have Faith, that you're in. Nothing's showing up. I may have to cut the deck. There's one. Okay. Lake! I read lake. Stillness. Again. How can that be? You saw me shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. This must be the energy of the day, or the Zeitgeist that we need right now. Maybe that is the collective reading. Maybe the collective reading is we need to find the stillness, because things are wild right now, very wild. So we're going to have to find the stillness within to be able to deal with that. And let me tell you something. If you can't do it yourself, ask for help, and you will get help. because I often ask for help with things. I have feelings and things that come up that just drive me up the wall. And I'll say, please, guides and angels, please help me with this because I'm working on this, but it's just not solving. Please help me. And they do. They always do. And sometimes I hear a song or I'll get some other message. Sometimes I'll just feel better. It's one of the tricks is to not limit the way that you allow the help to come to you, because it could come in any form. But just know that you're not alone. There's always somebody. There's always somebody there for you. Our loved ones on the other side. And that's not just our family or friends from this life. They're there from other lives as well. So don't be afraid to lean on that when you need to. Wow, all alone. Did you video it? You're married 5 years before you got the cosmic joke. Well, that took some courage. I don't know, how does that happen? It must be for the collective. Really? The paradox we are all in, the only place to escape it was to come here. Cool. That's a very cool dream, Elderberry. Well, you have to be brave. So I commend you for your bravery of self-expression. Well, that's pretty cool, Elderberry. I'm going to see if anybody has a message, special message. Do we have any light language or star language for... all I have to do is say, is somebody want to do it? One of my good guides want to talk? One of my beloved and loving guides wants to talk? Wants to have your say? Ra, ra, ingo profitara, ngara, iskarama barayum, abaro, bargoraya, yora, and kerararia, fora, arakoria, iga babraria, mutukoha, farra, yemetikara, Varoro, you got a name, she's got to bring a monocorda. Corrigan Margarian Korean. Varium the Corrigan. About Arecoro, Papa, Avacar met Goria Poporiera. Nyatagara, you were Scarabia. Fada, you Corrigan Bera. Nkara, Borra, Nepa, R. For a Rigaragan Borriera. Varaya Corrigan. Varaya Corrigan. You were a Corrigan. Nia, Brr, Fecargoriera, Rorieram, Frodiaram. Oh, some repeating phrase there. What I was seeing was very blue, a lot of blue, and clouds. I was up in the sky, a really beautiful blue sky with great big puffy clouds. Who is this? Is somebody going to tell me? Avarium. Afaral kokorohe. You gonna tell me what that was about? Yeah. Okay. It's a general blessing, but it's also the repetition. It's almost like it's telling something to come in and something else to leave. If that makes any sense. I think something was being taken out of our reality, of our experience. Something that we didn't need and that something toxic. Was it a protection? Yeah, we're going to need to be very careful these days. The people who are going nuts are going to be going more and more nuts. I'm sorry, but they are. The people who have been losing it, they're going to lose it more. It's going to ramp up. Those of us who are calm and peaceful are going to get calmer and more peaceful and more loving, more neutral to all this. And those who are crazy are going to get crazier. I'm sorry. Those who are angry and, that doesn't mean that people can't switch. They can. They can wake up and switch. But honestly, the crazy people are going to get crazier. And we're going to see evidence of that. And not very far in the future, we're going to see some mass craziness. In fact, it looks like it's coming up pretty shortly that there's going to be attempts at great violence. We need to hold that in the light and ask that happen only with divine will, and that the least number of possible of people get hurt. Some people have contracted for the experience, but if we can make it less destructive and less painful, or maybe not happen if it doesn't have to, but some things have to happen. As I was explaining, one of my friends came in and they're like, will you admit it now? The government's getting ready to fall. It's all going to go down. Watch. It's all going to go down. Watch. You were wrong. Are you going to admit it now? And I'm like, no. And he said, well, why not? I'm looking around. I said, I'm looking around too. I don't see it your way. I'm allowed to see it that way, though. I said, sure you are, and I'm allowed to see it my way. And that's not what's happening. Have to tell you, dude, it's not what's happening. There are things that I've got to tell you. Here's some insight. One thing that I got, which is strange, because I'm really not trying to stay on top of the Charlie Kirk thing, but one thing that I got, and I think maybe just from his spirit, is that if he had a choice to give up his life for his cause, he would do it. Um, take that wherever you in any way you want to. That he feels like he's pretty much his life was taken, but now he's become a martyr, and now his movement will even be bigger. So there you go. And I said that they've now made a martyr, and his legend is now going to be going to go on for a long time. That's the way it works, folks. Yeah, he knew that, and you know what? They said that just before that happened, that he even told him, "I think they're gonna try and kill me. I think they're trying to kill me. They're gonna try and kill me." And he was right. So he did tell people that. Yeah, they effed up, and I told people that right immediately. He became the martyr. Hey, George Floyd was he was a POS. Well, they made a martyr out of him. Charlie was actually a beloved person, and although some people tried to make a monster out of him, there were a lot of people who loved him. You think he's not going to be a martyr? Right away, instant martyr. And his wife took it right up. There you go. Although, I gotta say, I wonder about his wife a little bit, but hey, everybody does grieve differently. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the whole family knew that was a very real possibility, and they had to just, every time he went out, know that. Yeah, that's what I said too. I said, have we lost our humanity to such an extent that there are people laughing and cheering, watching a guy bleed out on the stage, watching a guy get shot, knowing that he has a loving family and friends? That are really going to miss that, really going to miss him. And yet, he is a martyr today. Yep, he certainly did become a martyr. And that's what happens. I said they shot themselves in the foot that time. Now they're looking for other people to do that too. I keep seeing an explosion. Somebody's planning an explosive event. Maybe Washington, maybe New York, somewhere populous. Yeah, somebody's going to try to use explosives to make a point. Let's hold it in the light that this does not go through. Maybe we'll hear about it almost happened. On Pandora. Actually, there were people cursing him. I was talking about this on the show at one point, that There are curse lists just like there are prayer lists. And somebody with money can do that. But can just put you on a curse list and they'll curse you and a whole bunch of other people. At the same time, for a price, there are black magicians who will do that. I've run into them. There's also certain groups, mafia, that'll arrange certain things, not just physical hits, but also to ruin a person financially, well, there's other things that are done health wise, etc., etc. Anyway, legally, so on and so forth. Um, mhm. Yeah, my boy doesn't believe my sausage is cooked, been forced back in the kitchen. Is that code for something, Dolly? Is that literal or some kind of code? Yeah, who needs curses? Yeah, I've said that before. You don't even need to be cursed. There are people who will put a hit on you for just some money. There are people who will do. There are physical things you can do to a person behind the scenes that will screw them up real good. And I know gang stalking. That's what that is. They'll do things behind the scenes that'll mess you up. Usually they'll try to make you look insane as part of the deal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you don't even need some of this. However, my friend and I did take out some of the black hat magicians one time. That was very rough. They had some help from non-human forces. Let's put it that way. I can't really go into that on this particular session. But yeah, we saw them because we were kind of. It's funny. Sometimes I can join with somebody, and we can remote view a thing together and work on something together. And we did at that time. And I think really maybe this person only came in my life so that we could do that, so that we could work on that together. I learned a lot from that. Um, yeah, because there were a lot of very connected things we had to take down. It was like there were so many connections, we were having to pull out all the connections too. It wasn't just one thing, it wasn't just some things, it was a whole bunch of interconnected things. It was all kinds of webbed together. Things got a lot better after that, but um, also in some ways it got wilder. Oh, the juice runs clear. Gee, is that poet, some kind of poetry? Yeah, that's right. Just eat his. Say, go cook your own. Yeah, just say, go cook your own. Anybody else? I am getting, once again, but they're not saying anything. I just feel a presence. Here we are again. The Lyrans. Or do you want to say something? This one looks like a tiger. Wow. Gara? Gara. Yeah. I'm having trouble tuning in. Hang on. Gara, like Sarah. Only Gara. We're getting a lot of Lyran Council. We're in your skies right now. Just letting you know. We will be showing ourselves off and on to certain people. Nothing for you to worry about. Just continue the way that you are. And realize, though, that we are here. And we are not going to let things get out of hand. What does that mean? There are factions that want to shut everything down. They really want to it's going to be boiling over. Like a pot boiling over. That's what I'm seeing. This is what they're going to try to do. But the way that we can help, that is you and I, is by imagine the fire being turned down and not participating in ramping anything up. In other words, stay neutral and take yourself out of any conflict. Conflict right now is going to be the main weapon, is really wanting people to be against one another. Forces of division working overtime. If you can refrain from hating anybody, please do so. That only adds to the fuel. But we are here, and we are not going to let it escalate beyond a certain point. You have many defenders, protectors. This is not going to go on forever. There will be a little time, though, where it will go on, where the madness will seem to ramp up. But you'll see some of these people just implode. They'll implode in on themselves. So never lose hope. You're stronger, he says. You have a stronger will. And that can be like a shield. If you can stay neutral and stay out of things and keep focusing on how it can all come out well, that will be adding to the welfare of your whole planet and yourself. Is that the end of that? Thank you. The Lyran Council sends their love. That's a different one, Gara. Getting a lot of Lyrans. And what was the Arcturian one we had? Learte was giving us. We have a lot of friends. I can feel that. I hope you can. If you can't, ask to be able to feel it. And they'll let you know. Don't forget to ask for help. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. What do you mean, Dolly? Yeah, space kitties. Ah! That's funny, yeah. That is funny, Gara. Well, I'm going to have to see what the numerology of Gara is. Melrose ended up being very interesting, didn't he? I don't think I'd want to call any of them a pussy, though. Oh, somebody that looks like a giant panther. Very kind-hearted, though, all of them. Toward me, anyway. I mean, I feel a lot of love being beamed at me when they talk to me. Towards us. Don't forget to pull their tail and then laugh. Well, they have a sense of humor. All my guides have to have a sense of humor or they wouldn't be my guides. They wouldn't be able to be my guides without a sense of humor. And don't forget to tell the tale. And my little cowboy, he has a very, very short tail. One vertebra, only one little vertebra. He says, yep, my tail is short, but important. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. I love my little sweet boy. You know, when I think how lucky I am that I got him, I am so lucky. By the way, the story, I'm about halfway through book 2, which means I'm about halfway through my trilogy, and I'm writing a trilogy. It's going to be fiction. We're going to start out with fiction, and then we're going to go into the deep metaphysical stuff. I am also planning a book that's going to be far more spiritual. This one's going to be mostly funny and fun, this trilogy. And if you guys want to hear more, want to hear me read some more from that, let me know, because I'm going to start reading. I think I may offer to do readings from the book in order over on my Patreon, if anybody is interested in that. Okay, so my chat is frozen, or you guys are not chatting anymore. Anyway, kind of hard to tell. I'm sorry, I keep showing the cat, but he's just too cute. Look at that. I'm gonna move this stuff so you can see him better. Look at this. Look at how sweet he is. It's not just such a sweet little guy. Such a loving little boy. Yeah. I just can look at him and I calm right down. He knows how to do it. When I get worried about stuff, he knows how to calm me down. They're so good for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm just about to take off too. He does. He does look like a pillow. He'll lay flat on his back and just kind of melt. It's funny. It's so cute. I'm about done anyway because I only want to do 2 hours. I don't want to do over 2 hours. We've almost done 2 hours here. I got, inspection tomorrow, and I got some things I want to fine tune. So I don't want to be too late. And besides, you got to be somewhere at 3 something in the morning. Oh, holy. 3i Atlas is still changing. Yeah. I still say 3i Atlas is not just a comet. Okay? Or a comet, maybe not a comet at all. That's something else. I really think that some of the people I'm talking to are in a craft, in that structure. I really think so. And they've got some of the smaller craft already in orbit around our planet. They've already got some of the smaller craft in our skies from that group, I think. I think that's what I'm seeing. Because I saw something that looked like it detached from a main structure. There's some reason they're not showing it to us. Because it came really close to Mars, our observer. And we're not seeing what we need to be seeing. They don't want us to be able to see it. It won't help. Eventually we'll all know. There will be disclosure. That will come sooner than a lot of people are ready for. I'm ready. Take care, kitty. You too, dear. Yeah. Well, probably everybody and their brother wanted to know. Yeah, why not? YouTube it, Rumble it, whatever. Why not? Okay, you guys, me and Cowboy, I love y'all. And I hope to be back Wednesday if I'm awake for it. And yeah, I don't know what all we'll be doing. Maybe we'll be doing music. Maybe we'll be doing cards. Maybe we'll be doing something else. Just let me know what you're interested in doing. I do feel better with the red light on me. That is really helping because I get sometimes very tired when I'm doing this. And I'm feeling better. So I think it's really therapeutic. So if you want to go ahead and try that, they got some pretty cheap ones on Temu. And well, they got some cheap ones, period, on a lot of places. So go ahead and give it a try if you want to. Yeah, it's worth a try. See if it helps you. Okay. Sleep history at night. I listen sometimes to the frequency videos. Sleep history, I don't know. I'm listening to a frequency video in the TV right now. It's playing in the next room. I can hear it, you probably can't. But I play them a lot to calm down and to keep me in balance. Okay. Take care of yourselves, you guys. I love you. Remember, you are divine. The truth is where you find it, and I hope you always find some here. You're important to me. Go check your Patreon membership. It might have expired or been declined or something if you want to support me. And hope to see you Wednesday. Take care. And there's Cowboy. He says take care too. Here, let Cowboy say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Cowboy. Say good night. Cowboy sending purrs. There's a cute butterfly on your forehead. Look at the butterfly on his forehead. Clear as a bell.